Hey, what's up, gang? It's Golden Gun, and I'm back with another Marvel Contest of Champions Alliance War video. We're in Tier 7, and we're also going for 7-0 to remain undefeated in Season 31 of Alliance War. I'm hopping on the Path 2 in Section 1, and the team I brought for today's AQ is 6-star Rank 3 Hulk Ragnarok, aka Gulk. I bring 6-star Rank 2 Black Widow Clairvoyant, and I bring 6-star Rank 3 Corvus Glaive. Corvus Glaive, I brought him because I seen that I could get a couple of charges right off the bat with him, so it was a good time to actually add him to the team again. It's always a good AW for me when I can bring Corvus Glaive. And as you can see, we got Storm Pyramid X first. We go ahead and put our boost on and hop straight in. I'm reacting to this video for the first time, actually, so I couldn't tell you exactly what I'm doing right here. Probably got a message or something that I was checking, but nonetheless, off we go. Of course, the plan with against Storm Pyramid X is to bait her L1s as much as possible. We do have our greater special boost on, so we'll be able to start the fight with 1 bar of power, which is going to get us to that L2 quick. And we're just going to fire that thing off. It's going to do its nice amount of damage, even though Corvus has no suicides and he has no charges at the moment. All the boosts we put on, it helped him to do a nice amount of damage with that L2. We went ahead. We didn't care that she had her L2. We didn't care about pushing her to her L2 because we figured that with one more 5-hit combo in the L1, we would kill her off, and that worked out perfectly. GG's Corvus Glaive. Now we're moving on to Mordo. Once again, we're going to go with Corvus Glaive so that we can pick up this evade charge when Mordo goes to Astro Evade. I can, however, remember in this fight, due to muscle memory, when I parried him and he was stunned, I went ahead and tried to hit him more than once with that. See, with that heavy right there. The first one was on purpose because I actually did want to make him evade. But then the second one, I just was in my zone and I tried to hit him with the heavy while he was stunned and he evaded. But nonetheless, we got our heavy attack off, picked up our second charge, the evade auto block charge, and got to our L2 quickly with the boost and killed him off in a matter of seconds. Too fast to even really be able to react in the reaction video to it. Nonetheless, we're on to a little mini boss in Section 1. It's Man Thing, tanky champion. I love Man Thing. He has strike, counter, fury, hit me, I dare you, and static defense. We're gonna go ahead and use Hulk Ragnarok. I was kind of like, do I want to use Hulk? And I'm like, yeah, I'll use him. He has the class advantage. Plus, we have the boost on, so why the hell not? All right. Here we're going to try to push him to his L2 because it's easier to dex. It's easier for me to dex that L2. So, of course, I'm going to try to push him to his L2. We still have our boost on, so we started with 1 bar power. So we're going to push him to that L2. Though our L2 is going to innervate him and stun him so we can get a couple extra hits in there without him gaining power. And we're going to bait that L2. Great job. And we're right back in punishing. Wanted to push him to the L2, but he did throw that L1. And it kind of caught me off guard, but I could have dexed it. I just dexed it. Tried to dex it too early, so I got caught. It'll be alright. We're right back to the regularly scheduled programming. Pushing him to that L2. Baiting his L2. Because, once again, it's easy to dex. But I didn't think that medium attack right there would push him to his L3, but it did. So he did fire activate that L3, and that is a wrap for Gulk. R.I.P. Gulk. I was a little mad about that because, of course, you never want to pick up any deaths in war. So I took my first death in this war. Nonetheless, we're going to hop back in with Corvus Glaive, finish the job. We're not going to worry about wasting a power boost on him because it's not much health left. 1 L2 is going to finish the job. That's if we get to the L2. I can't remember if we actually did. He was probably dead before we could get to the L2. Once again, force him to his L2, bait him to throw it because it's easiest for me to dex, and that's it. He's killed off. Didn't even get to use any special stat to finish him off. GG's Corvus Glaive, RIP Gulk, aka Hulk Ragnarok. And we're gonna move on into section 2. We have one energy left, so we're gonna go ahead and hop on to path 5 in section 2. That's the path with Kingpin on it. He's got buff toggle, unstoppable status, and some extra health here. We're gonna go ahead and hop in with Corvus Glaive. We will throw on the power boost so that we can start with 1 bar power. Get to that L2, fire it off, and pretty much that L2 is gonna kill him off. We do have 2 charges now with the boost, with all the attack boosts and stuff on. So Corvus is hitting pretty hard right now. This is gonna be another one of those quick fights, minus the buff toggle unstoppable. In which case, I did actually forget about it. You know, I just hop into a zone, especially with taking different paths. I don't have really a set path for AW here in the alliance that I'm in. It's just I go wherever I'm really needed. So it's not like I'm used to fighting these nodes every single day. So therefore, I totally forgot that he went unstoppable every 12 seconds, and I paid the price for it. Gonna bait this L1. Good job. The unstoppable kicked on. I did pay attention to it that time, but got caught up with a bug right there where me trying to block just never registered. So we got a couple extra cheeky hits in there on me. All good though. Force him to throw that L1 again. Come back with our medium attack, and he's done. All right, we're back with more AW energy. We're gonna hop over to this Guardian fight. We healed up Corvus Glaive. We're going to use Corvus Glaive not only for his class advantage, but because Guardian is a tech champion and we need to pick up a tech charge for Corvus Glaive. So we're going to go ahead and boost up, make sure we're still boosted up, which we are. We're going to throw on the advanced power boost, which is going to allow us to start with 1 bar of power. And then from here, it's just a matter of dealing with the buff toggle unstoppable, in which case I didn't do a good job. Once again, I hopped into this fight. I hopped into a zone and muscle memory took over. I just did not pay attention to the buff toggle unstoppable. So right here in the middle of my combo, he goes unstoppable and he makes me pay for it. I'm reacting to it. I'm like, oh my God, I messed up again. I forgot about it again. And as I'm doing that, he fires an L1 and catches me with that too. Nonetheless, we do regain our composure, get our L2 off, do our big damage. He throws an L1. We dex that perfectly. Wait for him to dash in, parry him, and then kill him off with the heavy attack. Wanted to do better that fight, but nonetheless, we did pick up the 1 shot. And we're gonna move on to this 5-star thing. This thing's a little bit more difficult because not only do you have to worry about his natural unstoppable ability, but you have to worry about the node that he's on, which is the buff toggle unstoppable. He's gonna be unstoppable every 12 seconds. In the midst of me paying a lot of attention, maintaining his natural unstoppable, I did forget about the buff toggle unstoppable, which is gonna have him go unstoppable every 12 seconds, and I paid the price for it. He caught me with an L1 in this fight, and I found myself throwing my L2 into thing while he is unstoppable from the node. So, but other than that, it's straightforward. We're trying to build thing up to 15 rock stacks, trying to time it so that he has 15 rock stacks and at least 1 bar of power. That way, when he activates that special, it'll reset his 15 rock stacks back to 0 and allow you to continue to punish him. You can see right here, right in the middle of my combo, he goes unstoppable because I'm just not paying attention. He throws the L1 at me. So yeah, I paid the price for that. Right here, he did get the 14 rock stacks. I parried him, hit him 1 time, got him up to 15, baited his L1, reset his rock stacks back to 0, and then when I went to throw my L2, I just was not paying attention that he was about to go unstoppable from the node. So I did throw my L2 into him as he was unstoppable. Nonetheless, we kept our composure. We waited for that last unstoppable that he got to activate and then expire, and then we killed him off with the L2. We're moving on. We still have 3 AW energy left, so we're gonna head over here toward Wasp. For this Wasp fight, we brought Black Widow Clairvoyant. We brought Black Widow Clairvoyant specifically for this node. It's the Rage node where now this is a fight I do often, so nothing caught me off guard with this node. Wasp is gonna gain a Fury buff every time that I crit. And at 5 Fury buffs, Wasp is going to go unblockable for the rest of the fight. But the good thing about Clairvoyant is she nullifies through her basic attacks. So every time I crit, it's going to apply a Fury buff on Wasp. And then Black Widow is just going to nullify the Fury buff. And if Wasp never reaches 5 Furies, then she never goes unstoppable. And due to the nullify, she'll never have 5 Furies when facing against Black Widow Clairvoyant. So this is a pretty easy fight. For me, it was just a matter of trying to figure out which mode I wanted to be in. And I decided that I wanted to remain in Black Widow Clairvoyant's Incinerate mode. Halfway through the fight, I noticed my health bar was kind of slowly dissipating, so I decided to switch from the Incinerate mode back to the Bleed mode. In hindsight, I probably would have just stayed into the Incinerate mode, because it's not like I gained a bunch of health back by being in the Bleed mode. But the difference between an L2 in Bleed mode and an L2 in Incinerate mode is a major difference in how much damage you do. So this fight was probably a little bit longer than what it should have been if I would have just stayed in Incinerate mode the whole time. Of course, Wasp has the evade mechanism. The best way to counter that for me is to spam heavy attacks, because she can't evade the heavy attack. Parry, throw that L2 in Incinerate mode. You guys see that does a nice amount of burst damage while she's in her Incinerate mode. We're gonna try to keep Wasp under 2 bars of power. Keep her throwing her L1, because the L1 is much easier to dex, in my opinion, than her L2. And we're just gonna continue to try to parry her and throw heavy attacks, so that way we don't have to worry about her evading us. She's almost back to 2 bars of power. We're gonna try to bait that L1. Good job, dex that. And right here, I made the decision that I'm gonna try to heal back some health. So I wait for her to throw her L1. I parry her. As she dashes in, I throw that L2 to try to get some health back, some life steal. It wasn't a major difference. We didn't gain back much health, but we could have done a lot more damage to Wasp if we had stayed into that Incinerate mode. So from here on, I'm definitely just gonna try to get back to the Incinerate mode to kill her off with the special 2 while in Incinerate mode to do the extra burst damage. Once again, keep Wasp under 2 bars of power. Keep her throwing that L1, because it's much easier to dex. Then from here, I'm going to hop right into Incinerate mode, parry, throw my L2, and down goes Wasp. Good job, Black Widow Clairvoyant. All right, from here, we're going to... I was going to take Black Widow up against Korg, but I'm like, you know what? I got Corvus Glaive right here. I got a 5-star Void on this path right here. I might as well just take my Corvus Glaive, who's doing some nice damage, and take this Void down as quickly as possible so that he doesn't apply a whole bunch of debuffs on me and drain my health. So I go ahead and check I heal Corvus Glaive back up. Check my boost, make sure that I'm still boosted up. Still have all my boost on. I can see that the advanced power boost is about to expire, so I throw another one on so that I can start the fight with 1 bar of power, which is going to be great in this fight, because once again, I want to get Void knocked out as quick as possible. Because the longer you're in the fight with Void, the lesser your chance is gonna be of actually beating Void, because he's gonna have all those debuffs placed on you, and you're gonna be draining health crazy. Yeah, I prefer to get Void to throw his L1, but to me, Dex in his L1 is about as difficult as Dex in his L2. So it really doesn't matter which one of the L1 or the L2 he actually throws to me. What does matter is trying to get Void knocked out as quickly as possible. So I'm playing as aggressive as I can possibly play here. I throw the L1. I was hoping that did enough to knock him out, but it didn't. So we just waited. He threw his heavy. We countered the heavy with a medium attack, and Void was out of here. Good job, CG. And that'll wrap it up for CG. Now, at this point in AW, the war was pretty close. I'm not gonna lie. We're not sure. We're not sure at this point what the outcome is gonna be. As you guys saw right there, we were down in defender kills, so we died more than them. But we had explored a lot more than they did. So at that point, it was just a matter of just waiting it out and see how our defenders did as they try to catch up to us in exploration. So this is the next day. I went to sleep, I woke up, this is the next morning, and everyone's like, use your Black Widow Clairvoyant, use your Black Widow Clairvoyant. I'm like, are you guys crazy? I'm about to use this Gladiator Hawk, because he absolutely cheeses Terrax fights. Like his rock shield it does absolutely nothing to Gladiator Hawk. So I went on ahead and revived and healed up Gladiator Hawk, boosted him up, made sure I turned on the Science power boost. I didn't go with advanced power boost for this fight, because I just wanted to stay at high health. So I went ahead and activated the regeneration for 2 minutes. So God will be non-stop regenerating for the first 2 minutes of the fight. And you guys are going to see how it all worked out for me as we try to get this one shot. At this point in time, when I woke up, we were about tied in exploration at this point, and we had 30 defender kills, and they had, if I'm not mistaken, 28 or 29 defender kills. So from this point on, it was 100% about getting one shots. We couldn't afford to die not one more time if we thought that we were going to be able to win this war. So this was a very important fight. Battle Group 1 had already taken down the boss. They had 2 more fights on their map though. So both of those teammates, they also had to one shot. So it was a close war. This is the closest war that we've been in this season, and we'll allow this to play out so you guys can see how we did. Alright, we got this Terrax down to about 58%. But Gulk is controlling this fight. He's doing exactly what I anticipated he would do. As you guys have seen and will continue to see throughout this fight, Terrax rock shield, it does absolutely nothing to Gulk. It's just a complete cheese fest going on right now. Which is good, because like I said earlier, this was the closest war that we've been in all season 31. The very closest war. We had I have two teammates in Battle Group 1 who both had one fight apiece. And then we had this boss fight right here. And all three of the fights needed to be one-shotted. If any one of us three lost one of the three fights, we would have lost this war. But they took care of business in Battle Group 1. They got those one-shots down. As you guys can see, Gladiator Hawk is about to get this one shot on Terrax, and we squeezed out of here with a win. We did remain undefeated in this war. After this fight, I'll hop over and show you guys how close the war actually was. We finished tied in basically everything. We tied in exploration. We tied in boss kills. We edged them out by 1 point in attack bonus. They edged us out by 1 point in defender diversity. We finished with 30 defender kills. They finished with 29 defender kills. It was a very close war. So that'd be a good time to shout out our MVPs. MVP number 1 was Eyes on the Prize. MVP number 2 was myself. And MVP number 3 was Melendez. And shout out to the squad. We did move on to 7-0. We remain undefeated in season 31 of Alliance Wars. And that'll wrap it up for this video. You guys stay blessed. Peace.